So, how to stop misinterpreting his signals and how to hear his no when he doesn't actually say no. In this video, you are going to learn how to read the signals of what he's really telling you underneath his words and his actions. And you're going to learn how to quickly discern if a man is actually truly on the same page as you or not without wasting years finding out. And third, I'm going to share a simple self-coaching process that you can do yourself that will really help you with this whole process of discerning, is this guy right for me or not? And helping you separate your emotional attachment from him to him from actually, is he the right guy for you? So, learning the skills of hearing a man's no is going to help you discern if this relationship is the right one for you. And it is going to save you so much time and so much emotional energy. And once you know how to hear what's really going on underneath his words and actions, you're going to feel clear and empowered when you're dating. And the decision whether to stay with him or go will become easier, and your ability to filter out the wrong guys will get so much sharper. If you're here live, do pop any questions or comments you have in the chat and I will get to them. So, what is this? Sometimes a guy's no is really, really clear. Like he says clearly, no, I don't want children. No, I don't want a relationship right now. No, I don't want to get married. No, I don't want a relationship with you. But sometimes a man's communication isn't clear. And it's not his fault. It's not that he's being a bad man. It just may be that he's not clear. And as women, we are very hopeful, romantic creatures at heart. Like we often know what we want. Not always. So I can talk more about that in a minute, but generally we know that we are wanting a committed relationship. Maybe we want marriage, maybe we want children. We want the romance in the relationship. We want to know that a guy is like there, he's committed. And we know what we want. And then we want it with the handsome, lovely guy in front of us. Like we want it to be him. So it can be very easy to ignore the signals that actually he may be saying on a deeper level to you. And I admit that this can feel confusing. So this is a time to notice what a man's actions and words are telling you. Sometimes his actions are going to give you the best information, and sometimes his words are going to give you the information. And hang out for a bit, because I'm going to tell you in a little while my rule of thumb of when to believe his words and when to believe his actions. So as I said, we say no in different ways. Sometimes it's a really clear vocal no. And sometimes with a guy, it's in his action or inaction. So, for example, here, a guy says he doesn't want a relationship, but he's hanging out with you, he's being intimate with you, and he's even introducing you to his friends. So here, what is he saying yes to and what is he saying no to? His words are saying, no, I don't want a relationship. But he is saying yes to spending time in your company, being sexually intimate with you, and kind of hanging out. So there you've got to ask yourself, is he saying yes to a committed relationship? What underneath is really going on? Do I believe his words or do I believe his actions? Here, another example. If a guy says he does want a relationship and he wants family, he does want a relationship, and he says he wants to be with you, but he's not introducing you to his friends and family, or he's not making any plans ahead of time. Again, what is he saying yes to and what is he saying no to? In this situation, his words are saying he wants a relationship and that he wants to be with you. So there is a desire that maybe he wants to want that, but he is not introducing you to his friends or family. He's not making plans with you. So his actions are saying, I'm not, I don't want to do relationship. So again, you have to decide, am I listening to his words or his actions? And my self-coaching process that I'm going to share with you in a little bit is going to really help consolidate that for you. Okay, a guy says he has time for a relationship and he really wants to be with you. And it's lovely when you're together, but he works so much and you only get to see him short notice when he has a little window in his busy schedule. You know, I was speaking with a woman recently who was telling me exactly that. So again, what's he saying yes to? He's saying yes to prioritizing his work over a relationship. Now, we all have to work. Your guy is going to need to work and he's going to need to prioritize work. However, if there is no time for a relationship, then he's saying he can give time to a relationship, but his actions are telling you something different. Another example, he knows you want honesty and he knows you want a monogamous relationship, but he's flirting or cheating with other women. He's following attractive women on social media. So again, his words are saying yes, but his actions are saying no. Another is if you want to plan for the future, you know, he says he loves you and is open for marriage one day, but he's not taking any action in moving the relationship forward. So here is, you know, there in these situations, you really need to say to yourself, what am I hearing his no? I know what I want and I'm asking him for what I want. And maybe I've said again and again, I want more romance. Maybe I have said again and again that I want more quality time together. Maybe I've said again and again that I really want to plan dates ahead and not just do last minute. You don't need to tell him any more times. He already knows. But in his action or his inaction, he is giving you his real answer. So here's the rule of thumb. How to know whether to believe his words or his actions. If he says he wants a relationship, but his actions are that of a single man, then believe his actions. If he says he doesn't want a committed relationship, but his actions are hanging out with you, doing all the boyfriend things and the texts and the intimacy, then you need to believe his words. So if he's saying he wants a relationship, but he's not behaving like that, believe his actions and his behavior. If he says he doesn't want a committed relationship, but his actions are hanging out with you and having intimacy and texting you, then believe his words. This is so important. So here is the process that I wanted to share with you. In fact, before I share that with you, I also want to say that we also are saying yes to things and we are also saying no to things with our action and our inaction. A couple of times, maybe only once or twice in my time as a coach, have I had a client who was so resistant to changing her habits, trying out brand new, tried and tested processes and methods of dating and attracting love, have resisted it so much that I had to ask myself and ask them, what are you actually saying no to having a relationship? Because your words are saying, I want one, but your actions are saying, I don't want one. I don't want that relationship. So actually, we have our own clues and cues and within us that we can actually decipher, is this something that I want or not? Or is this something that I'm prepared to do the learning, do the growing, be coachable? If this is resonating with you, please do pop anything, questions or anything in the chat, and I will get to them. So here, this is the self-coaching process that I would want you to do. And this involves, I would say, the most powerful thing is to write it down. So if you're watching this on catch up, if you're watching this, once the live has gone out, just pause it after each of these things and just write down, put in your phone notes, the answer to this. So, in the situation you are in right now, ask yourself, what am I ignoring? What are you ignoring? What signs are you ignoring? The second question, are his actions and words matching up? This is really important. You want a guy's to see that a guy's actions and his words are matching up. He says he wants a committed relationship and he is slowly but surely, or maybe not too slowly, but not too fast, moving the relationship forward, getting to know you, bringing you into his life, entering into your life, making plans for the future. You won't be confused when a man's actions and words are matching up, they're lining up. You won't be confused. It's really clear. What is he saying yes to and what is he saying no to? And another question, what are you hoping for with the man who is in your life right now, the object of your desire? What are you hoping for? Write that down. Are you hoping that he's going to change his mind about wanting to be married or wanting a relationship? Are you hoping that he's just going to get to know how amazing you are and just become, and pursue you? Are you hoping that he will be as affectionate and loving as he was in the beginning? Or are you hoping that he'll finally be faithful? And the next question is that hope blinding you to what his words and actions are actually telling you? So really, is that hope making you just believe and that one day it will change? And here, this final question is really important. By staying in the situation, what are you saying yes to and what are you saying no to? Because if you are you are dating or in a relationship with somebody and their action and their words are not matching up, then you will be saying yes to staying in this kind of situation. So, for example, he says he does want a relationship with you and he wants commitment, wants marriage, but he's kind of behaving like a single man. He's going out late at night. He's partying a lot. He's not holding down a job. He's not proposing. He's not doing any of those things. By staying with him, what are you saying yes to? Maybe you're saying yes to being unsure. You're saying yes to being confused. You're saying yes to being to waiting for somebody. You're saying yes to feeling upset and frustrated on a regular basis. You're saying yes to potentially not being a priority for someone. And what are you saying no to? Are you saying no to being free to having a committed relationship? Are you saying no to the unknown? Now, neither of these things are right or wrong, but it's really powerful for you to say, what am I saying yes to and what am I saying no to? And, all of this doesn't mean that he's a bad man, but he just may not be a great partner for you if what he's saying no to and the relationship you want just are well, what he's saying yes to and what you really want are not matching up. So really, it's not about and for exactly the same in my experience with the very occasional woman who comes to me who's so resistant, it's like, okay, you're saying yes, you want a relationship, but you're saying no with your action because you're not taking that action, to do everything that's going to help you get that relationship. Actually, what is she saying yes to and what is she saying no to? Maybe she's saying no to coaching right now and needs to say yes to therapy. Maybe she's just saying yes to things being the same and she's saying no to really putting herself out there and actually making the change she wants. Sometimes we can be scared of getting what we want. So if you like this, I don't have any questions here, but if you do have any questions, pop them in the chat and I will answer them. But if you, the next video I think would be really useful for you to watch are the signs you're dating an emotionally available man. And we will link that above, and it's also linked in the description below. So the signs you are dating an emotionally available man. This is going to be the best, great video for you to follow this one. And I hope that this has been incredibly helpful. And please do pop your comments in the chat below, and I will see you in the next